New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Tennessee. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 17 yards. And the Titans first down. On first down, Tannehill. And this one complete to Gafford. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Rico Gafford, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Leads to 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended for A.J. Brown. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offensive line.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a first down carry for Harris. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. A pitch back. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Man, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
First down, Tennessee.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Tannehill throwing again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. Tannehill. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Around 19-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Stafford. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with Ballage. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, a good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to take another shot here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On second down, Michel. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start with a handoff to Johnson. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. They'll run it. This is Michel. Room here to run. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 24. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground is Michel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't get it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Matthew Stafford keeping it himself from 5 yards out, and the Patriots have moved out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st.
And the Titans' first down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. A quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down. at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good.
Score Titans 20, Patriots 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They run it with Melange. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's got room. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're...
And now the ball's fumbled near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So that'll back them up 5.
Here we go. 53. Ready. Check 26. Check 26.
From the 50, Stafford. Get that to Michel, complete. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Now Stafford. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32.
Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
33-yard line.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. It's Gronkowski. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Stafford now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Stafford. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score.
Field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up.